Now, all three Chinese EV startups have reported their earnings, right, or their Q2 earnings. And when you go and compare the earnings, you will notice that there are some, or there is an EV company that is doing much better than the others, and without no doubt that is Xpeng in terms of improvements, in terms of their earnings, right? They did pretty solid, but our very own NIO also did quite well yesterday, I must say. Though it's not as good as Xpeng's earnings, NIO still did very well, and this gives us the confidence that things should be able to improve for NIO in the future. The company that is, on the other hand, it's seeing some slight drop in terms of their performance, it's Leoro, because deliveries have been coming down because of the fierce competition that we are seeing coming from China. I mean, in China right now, especially the new energy vehicle space, if you don't innovate, you will be left behind, as said by our very own CEO, and also Xpeng CEO, who came and said that the battle is not over. It's still very far from being over, and therefore anything can still happen in the future. I mean, have a look at the comparative analysis of Q2 financial results for NIO, Xpeng, and Leoro, right? You will notice there that obviously sales for Leoro, so total revenues came at 18.27 billion RMB. For NIO, they came at 19.01 billion RMB, and Leoro, it was at 30.25 billion RMB. This is for Q2. Now, the cost of sales. Now, with the cost of sales, you will know that, of course, this is the direct expense a company incurs to produce the goods or services it sells, including raw materials, direct labor, and production overheads, right? This is what is covered by this cost of sales. And Xpeng had 15.11 billion RMB, NIO had 17.11 billion RMB, and Leoro had 24.18 billion RMB. Now, the gross profit for Xpeng, it was 3.16 billion RMB, and NIO 1.9 billion RMB, Leoro 6.7 billion RMB. Now, deliveries for the same deliveries for Xpeng for Q2, it was 103,181 cars. NIO, it was 72,056 cars. Leoro, it was 111,74 cars. Now, realize that, look, Xpeng, like I said, is doing so well because Q2 of last year, Xpeng had only delivered 30,000 cars, 207. NIO last year had delivered 57,000 cars, 373. And last year, Leoro had 108,581. So Leoro, you will notice that the growth that they saw in Q2 is not that much, because already last year they sold in Q2 they sold 108,000 cars. And knowing that, of course, this year they had 111 cars, it means that it's not that much of an improvement. But NIO, on the other hand, 57 to 72, it's a pretty decent growth. And 30 for Xpeng to 103, this is so exceptional. They did so well. Xpeng is working. But again, this shows you what the CEO of Xpeng was saying, to say that don't get it twisted. You doing well this year does not mean that you will do well next year. You doing well last year does not mean you are going to do well this year. And we are seeing exactly that onto Leoro, right? Yes, Leoro, it's still profitable, but where they are headed, unless they drop something major in terms of the cars, the products. I saw there's an ideal i6 coming to drop very soon, and if that car can be good, maybe it can. If that car is not as good, then chances are very high that we might see Leoro not being profitable by Q4. This is my opinion. I'm not saying it will be the case, but let's wait, let's see what transpires. Both NIO and Xpeng are expecting to get to profitability in Q4, but I think that Xpeng has got a possibility of seeing or receiving profitability or seeing profitability in Q3 because their earnings per share, non-GAAP earnings per share, came at negative 10 cents, which shows you that they are very close from getting to profitability. Whilst Neo non-GAAP EPS yesterday, we saw it at negative 25 cents, which shows you that they still need to put in some work. But the good thing is that things are changing, things are recovering for Neo based off the models that they are launching. They will be able to do more, they'll be able to sell more. And this, my dear friends, it's something that is just so amazing, so incredible, and we look forward to the improvements and the profitability that is coming, especially to Neo. So yeah, tell me what you think about this. Honestly, I think for now, when you compare the performance of all these three cars, Xpeng has got a lead, honestly, when it comes to performance. Then Neo, and then Leodo, in terms of performance that we've been seeing. But again, this does not mean that the kind of performance that we are seeing onto Xpeng will be carried over to next year. Next year, it might be better than this year, or it might be worse. It might drop. Xpeng might see a decrease. Same goes to Neo. If they don't continue innovating, we are going to see either things continue increasing or improving for Neo or decreasing. But chances for Xpeng, both Xpeng and Neo, right now, it shows that things are going to continue improving even in the next year. Who knows? Next year, we are able to double sales, or the kind of sales that Neo is generating right now will be able to double those kind of sales next year. Who knows? But let's wait, let's see. But 600,000, it will still be a very good, decent growth from Neo. But I would like to see, honestly, over 700,000, because obviously the models that they are still going to launch next year, I believe that they will be able to seriously improve the deliveries of Neo. Have a look at the ONVO L8. It is really promising. That car will boost so well the ONVO deliveries in a way that we get to see ONVO alone maybe selling plus 35 to 40,000 deliveries. We get to see the ES7 generating or making Neo sales to go to plus minus 30,000 deliveries, and then Firefly getting also 5,000 to 10,000, getting 10,000 deliveries. That will take Neo to the next level on a monthly basis. There's a lot that can happen next year, which is why this year I want to use it as an opportunity to accumulate as much as I can, because I know one thing, and that is blue sky is coming. I know one thing, and that is those that are persevering throughout the headwinds of the share price will be rewarded with time. So like this video, subscribe, hit that notification bell, because it takes me some time to make videos like this, and I would like you to always be reminded by YouTube every time I drop a new content. I will see you on the next one, my dear friends. That is all from me, and God bless you all.